Hello, this is Good Man for Good Man Radio Show on this Thursday. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Ain't much going on much. Sorry I didn't do a show the day before because I had a lot going on and just not in the mood at the times. Never know which way it's going to go sometimes. I had an AEW last night wrestling show from last night. I watched it on DVR. It was awesome last night. It was kind of crazy. I didn't expect that was coming the way that was going. It was crazy. Wow. Yeah. Everybody's still talking about how the pay-per-view was good and some of it wasn't. I don't know. I thought it was awesome. It brought back the old days of wrestling when you were growing up watching. And everything. It's a pretty good show. Well, everybody's doing good and everything. It's been a warm day here in Greenville, South Carolina. Getting ready for April and getting ready to go to the South Carolina Comic-Con on April 17th and 18th. Hosted by Borderlands Comics and Collectibles here in Greenville on Lawrence Road. Let's see what else. Ain't much really going on. So I did pretty well with the first shot of this vaccine I was going to talk about. Yeah, it's a little sore to my arm. My arm was sore for a while now. I'm doing pretty good. Now we're trying to figure out when we can get the second one before we go out of town. That's my next thing. My show is brought to you by Coke Zero. Coke Zero Sugar. Very good drink. If you're wanting a Coke Zero. Ergo Burger King and dropped the new Sourdough King. And they have the sourdough breakfast too. I ain't tried one of those yet. I was going to go out and I don't know. I'm in the mood of going anywhere now. I was, but I don't know. Oh, nice outside today. I always go outside and listen to, Sirius XM. 80s at 8 or 90s on 9 or whatever. I found all kind of different music from everything from 80s to 90s and everything else on there, Sirius XM on my phone. I'll put it through the phone. Play my phone music through the car. It picks up Bluetooth in there. And I love doing that sometimes, especially with radio stations I like listening to here and there on TuneIn Radio. Speaking of that, you can find Greg the Man Radio Show. Google Greg the Man Radio Show or TuneIn Radio or wherever you like to listen to your podcast. You probably find me anywhere. I'm pretty much on radio.com and everything. Thanks for everybody, making Greg the Man Radio Show good. A special for you, everything. I try to talk about all kind of cool items and cool things here, but I don't really know if we're ever going to get back to normal. I don't really know, but I'm still going to wear a mask. I got my first vaccine of the COVID, the vaccine and stuff, and waiting to get my second one, and me and my wife both, and we're going to go from there and see what happens next. I heard the second one's going to be really the worst one. We want to get this one before we go on the road, so we can be sick before we leave town. The first one was made me feel weird, but I just, didn't expecting it. I had never had one. I ain't never had a vaccine. I ain't even had a flu shot before. I ain't done nothing like this. I'm 47 years old, but, you're somebody you don't, what to do, and it didn't really hurt that bad. He just felt a prick, and he was done and over really quick. I just saw an article from Virginia at Kroger where they gave vaccines to certain people and come find there wasn't even nothing in the vials. Some people up there didn't even get the vaccine. I know I got it because my arm was killing me afterwards. It wasn't killing me, it just felt different. Sore and spots and everything else. But I didn't have a bad reaction. I'm probably going to have it really bad next time. I don't know. It all depends on how my body is. My body has pretty much got a good immune system. From all the stuff I've been through when I was a kid, and all the sickness I was going through when I was younger, and all those antibiotics probably put on and everything else. When they found out on this, what I was reading or heard, some people that get the first shot had the virus before, got sick on the first one. People that never had the virus and all this stuff got sick on the second one. That's confusing. There's another one going around by Johnson & Johnson, just one shot. But I think that you have to, they one prick thing. That's probably a lot of putting more stuff into you. I don't know how it works. But you can't wait to see about the second one and get it over with next. After all the build-up from this first one. Didn't know what I was going to go through. And everything. Kind of a funny thing. I had to change it up on the music opening. I've been listening to that. I heard that music by David Bowie, his instrumental fame and stuff. That's something I would love to be doing one day. And being famous for something and everything. And I always want to be famous. I don't know. I guess because of what I grew up in and my dad working for a television station and everything. We thought we was big shots. Basically me, because I had the TV station jacket on going into high school, and I just thought I was big time. But my wife is really going to be making me work out here, and I got to do this. I'm going to lose this Sting sweatshirt. It's authentic AEW icon Sting zip-up sweatshirt hoodie. It has him on the back with AEW. I'm going to get upset if I lose this sucker. I really am. But I'm wearing Sting right now from the WWE shirt. So I have Sting from WCW on the back of his jacket to t-shirts from WWE I used to have WCW stuff back then with a Sting on it. But I have old NWO t-shirt back then. I got a lot of different things. I work backstage at certain places and crew shirts and everything else. But this thing I wasn't expecting to show up, and there it was. It's kind of cool. I always like the authentic stuff anyway, something different nobody else has, or stand out a little bit better than everybody else. That's the way I look at things sometimes. I always try to be different than everybody else and have something different than everybody else would. It's like I have a DX generation WWE, WWF, or WWE jacket in there in the closet. It's leather like. Got it several years ago. Many years ago when DX was hot stuff and everything. That jacket is cool as heck. I ain't never seen no more of it. It's like I have a close-in jacket in there. It looks like it came from Players jackets and stuff. Because I ain't never seen one no more else anywhere trying to find. Or even put it out. Or even stores. Got to look at it at Goodwill and got it. It's been in my closet now. All kind of different ones and everything. I'll be working probably this Saturday from my regular job, and this weekend. Then I don't know what else we'll be doing after that. Maybe I'll work too much because I never know when I'm going to get to the next shot, and we're leaving after Easter ahead to Louisville. Where our Documentary Radio Show will be on, going there doing shows from Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to be talking about probably the Louisville Baseball Bat Museum and whatever else we get into up there. And I'll be talking about, where would they do the Kentucky Derby too, and the zoo. Never been to that zoo. I've been to Columbia Zoo here in South Carolina before, when it was really hot and everything, and all that goodness. But I'm going to get it here and get busy soon. I thought I better jump in here and let everybody know how things are going and just talk about wrestling and everything else. We got baseball coming up tomorrow. They're playing today, the Braves are, but the Braves will be playing tomorrow live on television on one of the Fox Sports. I'm not sure which one. I know the spring training game will be on television tomorrow, I think at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports Southeast. If you can see it, depending on what kind of streaming service. If you got regular cable or DirecTV or anybody else, you'll be able to see it on them. I've heard some of these YouTube and streaming services and all that stuff. I think you'll be able to see it. Now I've downloaded Major League Baseball now on my Xbox, so we can watch it when we change over, maybe later down the road to YouTube. Television, I ain't sure what we're doing yet. But something new is going to be coming anyway. The way you laugh. And the streaming service is getting pretty cool. I've been watching Silent Library up on Paramount. Well, I've been watching it before. It came with CBS Access. Now it's Paramount. And it's kind of cool. We watching it up there and seeing all that. And I don't know. I got myself in Silent Library a long time ago and I watched it. And it's pretty funny. Some of the stuff is funny. Especially when they're shooting at each other or getting kicked by something. Or I know Jimmy Fallon and his group was on that show, Silent Library. I would love to be over. I like to come up with a new version of this. Not a new version. It's like a reboot of this show and make it another cool show of the Silent Library. It's a pretty good show. I think it just does some crazy things and some weird stuff. There's some I couldn't even do it. I would have been all over the place. But they make it. The one with the nutcracker is even funny. There's one of the kid going back and forth, get hit from every direction. Just some funny stuff. You just never know what's going to really happen on that show. But, get ready for big time baseball. Spring training. I saw where one of the baseball teams, I think it was in Texas, was going up having full capacity stadium when the baseball comes. I was like, oh my God, y'all are really risking this. I don't care if you got the vaccine or not. I'm still gonna wear a mask. I might not wear it, inside or not around people I know, like my family, but I'm gonna still wear it because I don't trust stuff. When I'm working, I'm not around nobody in my regular job. It's just you sit back and you just. Because I'm usually sitting by myself, not around nobody close, up against anybody, hardly. But I'm going to jump out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Blast Off show. And thanks for listening to the Great Man Radio Show. You can, I hope everybody comes back and listen to it again. I try to make everything fun and exciting, and we talk about everything going on locally here or whatever's in the news or wherever you got going on anywhere around the area. But I'll probably have more people to interview and more people on the show come the next month, I hope. I'll need to do a little more getting the show up there and up to date and everything else in the world. But the show is brought to you by Spricker Root Beer. Home of Milwaukee is where you can find that one. And Patesi fries. Cheese fries. Patesi. My wife has got a whole bunch of that cheese fries from Patesi in Wisconsin. I'm not sure exactly where at Wisconsin it is. But I know she ordered a whole bunch of it and stuff. We can't wait to get a Mooby's here in Greenville. I'm been pushing it up there. We want one of those stand-up fake storage restaurants they have in Clerks and Clerks 2, Mooby's. I can't wait. I'd like to have that come here, and I'll be the first one to get one. I'm going to buy me a ticket to go to that one. And everything, get reservations, or pick up one of them big burgers. All right, I'm going to jump out of here, and this is Greg the Man for Great Man Show. Peace. I'm out.